Hello everyone, the doctor is in, and with the anticipation of Botcon coming up in a couple of weeks, I thought that I would try to do as many Botcon figures, at least one figure from each box set that I have as a review going up to Botcon. So no promises, but I'll do my best. Today I'm going to start out with the 2009 Wings of Honor set, Landshark. Landshark is the largest figure in the set. It is a repaint of Energon Landmine. It's a very unique vehicle, to say the least. I guess he would be in the ultra size for the Energon. I'm not sure exactly, but he is he's got the plow on the front, some type of emergency vehicle, I guess you could say. We get the plow on the front. We have a gun on here as well, and there's a little tow line attached here, which I think is supposed to stay extended, and then there's a button on here, but on mine it doesn't seem to want to stay out. It's not a big deal. It does come apart. We can take the tank treads off, and you can set that aside, and then you can have them displayed like so. He could just be a plowing truck. He also has these smokestacks or exhaust pipes in the back that you can move around, you know, however you like them. I kind of like them like that. Let's start with the transformation, and we're going to start out with the front here and the plow. And I can tell you, one of my gripes about the figure in general is that these pegs in here that peg into this part tend to fall out quite easily, and when you mess around with them, they fall out. It's kind of a minor thing. It still looks fine, even if it's a little popped out. It still looks pretty the way it's supposed to be. But for transformation, we're going to start by separating the front of the plow like so. Take this part, the middle part, and we're going to shove it up that way. Then we're going to take these parts and swing them out, pull them out like so, and swing them down on both sides, and these will become the legs and the waist, which will peg together like that. We're also going to extend the legs, and then take the part of that plow and rotate it around, and then there's a little peg there that's going to peg into that hole like so, and become the feet on each side. So we're going to come up to the top here, come to the back. These wheels, we're going to just flip those back, and then they will sort of fold up like so, and then we'll just fold it all the way down. Then we can come to the back part, which will be the arms. We'll open those out, then flip this entire section back like so, and then you can adjust the arms and pull out. There's two tabs on the top and the bottom. You probably need to put your fingers on both to get, at least I do, to get those fists to come out. Get this one out. And then last but not least, we'll flip this section up and then pull the head out like so. And he's got a pretty neat little, I like his head sculpt. He's got the visor. And the light piping doesn't work that great, but when it does, you can see the little eyes through the visor. which is kind of cool. So there is Landshark in robot mode. So then we'll come to his little tank thingy in the back. I'm not sure what it does on its own, like this, but it does transform. Basically, you just fold this section down, the tank treads as well, and also fold or flip these parts around like that, and you can adjust it, and it will stand sort of like that. And there's a little gun in there, and it does turn a little bit. This will turn just like 45 degrees. But it does come apart and become armor for Landshark. So we're just gonna put it back together where it was. And then under here, we're going to pull this part. You can pull that out and then take each of the treads off, like so. And then you're going to flip open the little claw there on each one. And for this part, we're going to flip these things back like this. We're going to rotate this little turret thing with the toe on it just at 45 degrees so that we can adjust the gun and that this toe line sort of become weapons that will go over his shoulders. So we're just going to set that aside for now. We'll go back to Landshark and take his fists and just push them back in. And then you want to rotate his arms, his forearms, so that these two pegs are showing there. And then we can take these tire treads, and you can see the two ports there. It will plug into the pegs on each arm. And now he has big forearms with big claws. And then we're going to take this part, and there's two ports there and there. And these two pegs, it's going to snap onto there. This can be a little bit, there we go, a little tight. There we go. And there we have Landshark in all his armor and claws. He does look a bit bigger, but he does look cool. I do like the way he looks, and obviously you can imagine that this kind of the bulkiness in the armor limits his mobility a bit. His head is sort of buried in there between the two guns. It does rotate 360 degrees, but you probably only will can do that when or should do that when he doesn't have this thing on his back. He has elbow and shoulder articulation, and so he can be pretty posable with these claws on, and they're not too heavy, so the ratchet joints keep things pretty steady. He also has hip. He's got a hip swivel as well as a hinge joint. There's a little knee joint there, and his waist does not move. But it is a kind of a neat figure. I do like it. I don't know that you need to get this particular version. If you can get the Energon landmine, I think that would be pretty cool. But if you really like this deco, then you know you can spend the money and get one of these. That's pretty much it. The Energon landmine does have some sound features which are taken out of the Botcon toys. which is fine. So if you do get a landmine, you will get some sound effects in there to be aware of. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this review. This is Dr. Prime. Thanks for watching. The doctor is out.